Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Guess what? We are here. It is time. It is time to reveal what's in this envelope. Woo! It's been a year. Now, it has been a year. But you know what? It's because of you, and watch out, and you, yes, that you have supported the needs of this community. I'm so excited. Hey, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Just wait, because we got some friends that we need you to hear from. Wait a minute. Hold on. Is that the mayor? Oh my! Hey, Mr. Mayor, vote for the mayor. Oh my God! Come here, over here. Hey, how are you? Hey, here for the mayors.
Kevin, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Boy, I tell you, you're right. It's been it's been a year for the record books. You know, everything in our community and our state and really the country and around the globe has been impacted. But the one thing that didn't seem to be impacted was the fundraising efforts of the United Way, and that is, as Kevin mentioned, entirely because of you. You know, it's hard to believe that just a year ago, the words coronavirus and COVID-19 were kind of injected into our vocabulary to be utilized more often than we would have liked. But we learned a lot. You know, we learned that 6 feet equals social distancing. We learned to keep the spread down. You have to mask up. And we learned our mothers were right. We should wash our hands frequently and listen to our bodies and stay home if we don't feel well. But, you know, we also learned that this medical emergency came with a pretty stiff financial impact. You know, there were employees that lost jobs, that were furloughed. Small businesses and some restaurants ended up closing, and the need in our area really had never been greater. You know, we had some neighbors that for the very first time in their lives, they were experiencing need for very basic items, things like clothing, food, a roof over their head. But, you know, this didn't happen just in Columbus. Our friends across the river had some of the exact same struggles we did. And as my good friend, Mayor Eddie Lowe likes to say, we are, in fact, one region. So, Mayor.
Very much, Mayor Henderson, and thank you for those words. And let me say hello to everyone. Again, I just want to thank this community, these communities, this one region, as Mayor Henderson and I have always talked about, for being able to show what we're really made of. In spite of the challenging year that we had last year with the virus, as Mayor Henderson spoke of, we were able to come together, and we were able to come together because of the United Way. And so I want to especially say thank you to the United Way for pulling us together, for galvanizing us in such a time when things just went out of control, but we were able to know what was important. And that is to build up our community, because the United Way knows that the quickest way for our communities to get ahead, this one region, is to build this people up. And I just want to say to everyone out there, if anyone has ever had a doubt of what the United Way does, what they've accomplished in spite of last year shows what they're really made of, because the United Way have been able to show that their motives was purified for the sake of this community. But they also is the backbone of this community that helps people that are less fortunate. So their backbone even became more solidified because of the challenging event that we had. But most importantly is that their calling for these community, this region, has been clarified. And so we all should realize that the United Way is committed to these community, this region, for lifting up people. And I just want to say thank you all so much for galvanizing us and living out the model that we should always think of others more than we do ourselves. Thank you all so very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for those kind words, and thank you for being here with us virtually today. Our thank you celebration is usually in a room filled with smiling faces of family and friends. But in our new normal, we are here, virtually excited to hear from everyone online. As the mayors have said, 2020 was a year for the history books. We faced challenges we never anticipated, learned things we couldn't have imagined, and were united together on a global scale. We learned the name of George Floyd and our staff and board participated in a 21-day equity challenge. And together, we were united in our stand against racism. Our staff, donors, volunteers, and the entire community stepped up during these difficult times in unprecedented ways. Your support has given thousands of our neighbors the food they need, stable, affordable housing, quality after-school care, and so many other services that would have been out of reach without your support. We thank you all. Now we will hear from this year's fabulous campaign chair, my friend and our incoming board chair, Gwen Ruff.
Thank you so much, Ben. It is such a wonderful blessing to be a part of this amazing community. With your help, we are able to support families and individuals who were devastated by the pandemic by feeding thousands, helping hundreds with rent and utilities, and answering numerous calls to United Way 211. Our world learned about PPE, essential business, delivery drivers, and healthcare heroes. We all participated in meetings via Zoom, WebEx, Teams, you name it, and we learned the infamous phrase, "You're on mute." We also learned what it meant to be united in this together. The cabinet members, the loan executives, and community volunteers worked tirelessly to make sure this year's campaign was a success. In addition to giving kudos to the amazing United Way leadership, staff, and board, I want to especially thank Ben for his leadership, Becky Fletcher and her team, and Chandra Wright and her team for helping me run this race. It has been a long and an exciting process, but everyone was up to the task, united in the race to raise funds needed to rebuild our community. Look at that excitement and passion in that picture. Please join me in thanking our team and all that they did to make this year so wonderful. Yay, team. At this time, I would like to turn the program back over to our awesome MC, Kevin Cobb.
Hey, what's going on? Thanks, Gwen. You know what? You really told us exactly what I was going to say, and I'm going to piggyback that. It's been hard times. We done went from children learning to virtual learning at home. Sure, you done had your own children in the house studying and doing everything right there in the house with you. And, we done dealt with businesses, going out there, trying to figure out how to do the social distancing and things like that. But you know what? We have overcome. We are together overcoming. We live in united with this thing, and we're maintaining social distance. But guess what? I want to give the most cheer to our healthcare workers. Those are our heroes. Whoa! Come on, somebody get hype with me right here. Oh! I'm telling you, those healthcare workers are awesome. Look, you know what? I want to hear from a few people, just 3 people right here. Dr. Lewis, Trip Wade, and Joel Ames. Let's hear from them.
Thank you, Kevin. On behalf of our 9-member Board of Education, I want to first thank and commend our district's teachers, faculty, and support staff for the outstanding jobs they have done to adapt over the past year to ensure the learning continues for our students in both person and in the virtual environments as well. Despite the professional and personal challenges they've endured, I am really proud of so many of them for still prioritizing and giving back to our community by contributing to this year's United Way campaign. I also want to thank United Way, its community partner agencies, and all of the generous donors who supported our district's employees, students, and families in so many ways throughout the pandemic, but also with the back-to-school supplies that they did during the drive early in the year, as well as in the wake of other concerns such as residential fires, food and shelter insecurity, clothing needs, and other wraparound services. United Way and all of its supporting partner agencies have always been valued supporters of our school district and public education in general, and enabled our school district to accomplish far more than it could have done otherwise on its own. And this past year is further evidence of that support. So again, congratulations, thank you on a very well done campaign.
Good afternoon, everybody. Trip Wade here. I must admit, when Gwen Ruff asked me to be this year's cabinet member in charge of the business division for the 2020 United Way campaign, the first thing I thought of was COVID-19 and how this was going to be a tough year to be raising funds for the United Way. Then I thought to myself about Gwen Ruff, our leader, who I've known for a long, long time. I thought to myself, she's a go-getter and is the perfect person to lead us during these trying times. I knew with her leading the way, we would make it happen, and I'm proud to say we did. As we all know, every business has been impacted by COVID now for almost a year. From layoffs to decreased revenues, forcing us to change the way business looks when the doors are open, the business division, which was made up of locally owned and family-run businesses that we're all familiar with, was very generous considering these turbulent and trying times. I'm so pleased to be able to announce that not only were we able to make our divisional goal, but we exceeded it, proving that this community rises to the occasion when called on upon times of great need. I want to personally thank those businesses that I called on for the support of this year's campaign and for making a difference during these times. We are truly all in this together. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I've been a United Way donor for more than 30 years, and I've had a chance to participate in lots of different campaigns at many different levels, even in different states and with other companies. But this year, I really had some concerns about the outcome of the United Way campaign, especially among healthcare workers here in Columbus, as already been mentioned. To me, to go to the nurses and doctors and technicians and the specialists who were actually at the bedside caring for COVID patients and wearing all that protective equipment, and with all the uncertainties and the questions about how the disease was being spread and the best way to care for people and heal them, to go to those caregivers and ask them to give money from their pockets to United Way seemed like a stretch to me. But in spite of all those uncertainties and all those questions and the difficult times healthcare workers were facing, that group of good nurses and doctors and specialists and technicians in our local hospitals, at the Houston Clinic, at Piedmont Columbus Regional, at St. Francis Emory, and at West Georgia Eye Care, all came through and did support United Way. So it was to the extent that we exceeded our adjusted goal by 7%. So that was a tremendous blessing and a great outcome from people who were right on the front lines fighting that battle. And I do want to thank members of our community for your ongoing support of your local healthcare community as we continue the battle against COVID.
We simply could not wrap up this event without sharing our deepest appreciation for our 2020 campaign chair, Gwen Ruff. Gwen,
Hello, everyone. Again, wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Lewis, Tripp, and Joel. I can't personally thank you enough for your support and your words of encouragement. It was such a privilege for me to be able to run this race with you by my side. So now I have the honor to recognize a very special volunteer with an award from Women United. And as many of you know, Women United is one of the affinity programs under the United Way of the Chattahoochee Valley, whose focus and emphasis is on women helping women. And of course, each year we have our signature event, The Power of the Purse, which enables us to continue our community outreach and our service programs. This year's Women Helping Women Volunteer Award recipient is an amazing woman, leader, and friend who is always looking for opportunities to lift others, and she truly leads from her heart. In her time as the chair of the membership committee on the Women United board, she helped to develop event programming new ways for members to connect with one another, and she even established a system of communication for sharing community needs and communication efforts within her workplace. She also worked on the development of a volunteer-led project that focused on interviewing for success for women who are seeking employment in our community. In fact, this program was so successful, it has been shared across the United Way network in other communities. She is always someone you can count on for encouragement, thoughtfulness, and absolutely great PowerPoint presentations. I am so honored to introduce to you this year's Women Helping Women Award recipient, Mary Weston.
I am beyond humbled to receive this award. When women come together and help and support other women, amazing things happen. It's inspiring, it's uplifting, and through volunteering with United Way, I see my dollars and my time at work, and I see the positive difference we're making in people's lives and our community, and I'm just thankful and honored to be a part of it. So thank you.
Thank you, Mary. I jumped the gun a bit a minute ago because I'm so excited about this next segment. We simply could not wrap up this event without sharing our deepest appreciation for our 2020 campaign chair, Gwen Ruff. Gwen accepted this role before any mention of COVID, quarantine, sheltering in place, all of the other things that we have become all too familiar with over the past year. When we knew we were going to be experiencing a campaign like no other, Gwen only leaned in and stepped up more. She became the greatest cheerleader and leader we could have asked for and was the absolute perfect person for this role in 2020. Her positive spirit lifted all of us and kept our team and volunteers motivated and encouraged. She had countless meetings with Becky to find ways we could reach deeper and further, to make sure that we were representing all in our community. In a year like no other, we simply could not have gotten where we are today without your efforts and tireless dedication, Gwen. We are so lucky to have had you as our campaign chair, and we are so grateful to you for leading us across this historic finish line. And in recognition of your efforts, we would like to present you with this token of our gratitude.
Thank you so much, Ben. My goal was to get through this entire program without getting a lump in my throat. But when I hear all of the good work that everyone has done, it really causes me to hit the pause button and just take a moment to be grateful. It is indeed a privilege for me to have the opportunity to lead the campaign this year. And I definitely could not have done it without the team that we had at our side. So I am so very grateful for the privilege, for the honor, and for the opportunity to be able to do good work for the community. Well, all good things must come to an end. So as we wrap up the 2020 United Way campaign, I am excited to pass the baton and to introduce next year's campaign. So this baton will go to our 2021 campaign chair. The Chattahoochee Valley supports our United Way and our community like no other. And I know that we will continue the momentum into 2021. Most of you already know this individual who will lead the campaign in 2021. He is no stranger to our community. He is a lifelong resident of Columbus, someone who cares deeply about our community, the place where he and his beautiful wife, Ashley, and their 3 amazing children call home. He currently serves on the United Way board, as well as the boards of the Boys and Girls Club of the Chattahoochee Valley and the Columbus YMCA, both which are United Way agencies. He has been deeply involved with the campaign in the past, previously serving as a loan executive 15 years ago. And for the past few years, he has been serving on the United Way Community Investment Board. These experiences have given him a great understanding of the processes that make this campaign a success each year, as well as the growing needs of many of the agencies and the people and the families and the children they serve. He is a true servant leader and intensely passionate about the mission of United Way, and he will literally hit the ground running as we begin the 2021 campaign. It is with great pleasure that I present to you our 2021 campaign chair for the United Way of the Chattahoochee Valley, Mr. Jack Turner. Let's welcome him to our team. Now, to close out this amazing celebration, back to our amazing MC. Back to you, Kevin.
Wow, this is some awesome information we just received. Congratulations, Jack. Hey, look here. This is the moment we all been waiting for. You been waiting? Me too. Wow. I don't know what's in here neither. It's time. Wait a minute. Hit the drums. Oh, these are not drumsticks. Sorry. Get excited. Get excited. Come on. Get ready. Get ready. Get excited. Here it goes. Here it goes. Oh, man. This is not right. Oh, man. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, no. This is what you've been waiting for. And here we go. These are the United Way numbers that we have done for this United Way campaign this year. Here it goes.